We meet up with our friends Woody, Dorinda, and Landon and spend a few days hanging out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
It's our blessed adventure. It's our blessed adventure.
You found my Jesus for the wrong turns that you made. Going undo if you could work it off for your good. Let me tell you about my Jesus.
You want this too? I mean, not that one. I can make it. Yeah, I'll get your information in just a second.
Oh, is it over?
So they're actually just using the weight of the wheel to spin it.
Wow.
How long will it be before that one is ready? Amazing. What an art.
Enjoy the show, by the way. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer
How
them.
long until that one's ready?
How long what?
Until that one's ready.
Probably be a week. I will probably tomorrow put a handle on a spout. I might put a spout on it tonight and then put a handle on it. Thank you very much. Yeah, get a card.
We missed the presentation, but he normally
Interested in this particular
gives scriptures and explains the potter and the clay, how God molds us and makes us like a potter does, making
Hi, how are y'all doing today? Good. I will be doing another presentation during intermission. Us to the center of His will for our lives, much like the potter moves the clay to the center of the potter's wheel. Once the clay is centered, the next step is to open it up. See, I can shape this clay in many different ways, in many different directions, but I can never make a vessel from the outside. If I'm going to make a vessel, there has to be an opening. And it's for this reason that Jesus stands at the door of everyone's heart and He knocks. And if we'll open the door, He'll come in and we can have a relationship with Him. The interesting thing about this opening is that it needs to be right in the center of the clay. If it's a little bit to one side or the other, the vessel's going to be misshapen. In fact, it could be so misshapen that it simply falls down. No, the vessel, the opening needs to be right in the center, right in the heart of the clay, if you will. Proverbs tells us to guard our hearts with all diligence. It's from the heart that all the issues of life flow. And it's from the heart that God wants to shape your life. But once the opening is there, the next step is to bring the walls of the vessel up, or to grow in stature, if you will. And for that to happen, there has to be pressure applied to the clay. It's actually the pressure that causes the growth. Now, I don't know about you, and I don't like pressure. I don't like stress. I've gone through enough of that, you know? You know what my favorite chair is? The easy chair. Well, Paul had been through many tests and many trials, and he had learned to trust Christ. He says in his second letter to the Corinthians, I am well content, I'm happy, with weaknesses, with insults, with distress, and even persecution. Paul knew it was in those times that Christ's strength was being perfected in him. He was okay that people saw his weakness, because when they saw his weakness, they would see Christ's strength. They would see Christ upholding him and strengthening him. What I want you to understand is that it's the hand on the inside supporting the clay that allows the pressure on the outside to cause growth and not calamity.
May I have your attention? Act 2 will begin in 10 minutes.
It's my hope hope tonight to share my faith with you and encourage you to share your faith with others. Thank you for your attention, and God bless.
And here is some of his work that he has beautifully crafted. It's gorgeous. So we're doing some touring. We're doing some touring in Dallas since we got here. And we're now going down to what they call Cattle Park Drive.
So you can see maybe coming up in the distance, there's some sculptures of, I think you can see them down there, sculptures of some of the cattle drive. So we'll get down here. Oh wow,
And I hope to see a real cattle drive in Fort Worth.
look at there, up there on the hill. That's pretty cool. Oh, that was pretty loud. There was a truck coming down, but looks like they're showing them, driving them down off the hill, down and around. So we'll give you another look at that here in just a second. But here's a look at it here from the top. It's like there's a cowboy up on top of the hill there. There's a statue way up top. And they're driving the cattle down all the way around. There's another cowboy here, and the herd goes all the way around to here. Pretty cool. Zoom it out, give you a little look. It's got a nice water feature where they're crossing the water. Pretty cool rendition of the cattle drive.
This is really neat. They did a great job
Yeah, they did a really good job
showing the...
putting that together.
They did. You showed going
Yeah.
down in the water. Think you can handle that, dear? He's going to try to...
Dragging me.
Oh. So we came down to the Kennedy assassination point. Dealey Plaza, that's right, that's the name of it. So he was standing right here, the photographer, and you can see the X down there. This is where he got shot, in the grassy knoll. And what? And that's the window up there. Oh, way in between the trees, sorry. Right there. So that's a museum, you can go in there. I don't think we're going to go in there, but yeah, so, and that's the Dallas 300 sphere that can go up in. I think it's $50. Go up and see the whole view of Dallas. This is our campsite here at Hickory Creek, close to Dallas. And it's a nice campground. Karen and Glenn are right up there. And we're right across from a beautiful lake. And the sun getting ready to set. So we had a great day touring all around Dallas. Beautiful, beautiful day. and look forward to checking out Fort Worth tomorrow. Came down to see the water gardens, and we were waiting on David, and we walked over here and he was over there. Very pretty, downtown Fort Worth. When I walked down there, it felt almost like you were spinning. The noise and the water motion was wild. It was nothing like I expected. And I'll usually try stuff. Are you going all the way? Good. Oh, Karen's doing like me. She's coming back up. It's kind of a crazy feeling. You can't explain it. But it's a crazy feeling. It's beautiful. And here comes David back up. Now David's gonna, they call this the mountain. So Mr. Brave is gonna climb the mountain. He might be hurting tonight. Or he's getting his good exercise. Yes.
I-20 Service Road.
making a quick stop
Yeah, it's definitely
as we're headed out to a place called Fuel City that was recommended to us that we should check out. And
that's what I thought.
I think a little step below Bucky's,
But
it's not super big. But he said if we got close to one, we should stop and check it out. So that's what we're going to do. They're supposed to have some delicious fry pies in here.
I think the problem with this Fuel City is
just ain't nowhere really for big rigs to be other than any things here.
Turn right onto the I-35.
if you go through there's no space in the back if you go through the pumps.
Turn left, then your destination will be on the right.
It's got smaller parking areas and then spots that say no parking.
Turn right onto South Riverfront Boulevard. Head southwest towards South Riverfront Boulevard.
That's great.
You can't go back there.
Huh? Oh, we gotta go around that way. I don't know what.
Your destination is on the right.
Head south towards South Riverfront Boulevard. Head east.
This is interesting. It even has a drive-through. And I don't know if they call this a pool or what they call this in a hot tub. But I know one of them we looked at. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Sorry. Okay, so there's the Fuel City tacos back there. That's a mound of ice. I'm trying to find the spot where they say there is fry pies. So behind the Fuel City, they have like a little ranch. Pretty donkey, couple donkeys, and those steer back there. Guess we can't get too close to those. I would wish he was a little closer so I could get a better picture, and of course to see them up close. And too bad there's not bluebonnets in this field.
It's our blessed adventure. It's our blessed adventure.
We hope you enjoyed a little of Dallas and Fort Worth as we traveled around and checked out the sights. If you've not subscribed, please push that subscribe button. Share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching Noel's Blessed Adventures.